we're going. Bad PCM on the shuttle bus. I think it's because of me. I put a tune on it, and I think I didn't put the chip in all the way. Maybe, I don't know. We're solving the problem. But we're getting towed off. My lovely wife came out with the truck and got us. So we're flat towing to this exit, and then we're gonna run off to the track and see if we can make practice. Probably not gonna happen, probably qualifying.
What happened?
Oh, just not ideal today. We left the house in the shuttle because it's like hot and it's AC, it's nice, so I was driving that instead, and the PCM blew up. So then we got here, Chelsea came with my truck and picked us up, and then she flat towed us off the highway. We switched and left the shuttle bus on the side of the road, hitched up the truck, came here, got here for like 40 minutes of practice. Every lead, I chased every lap, and every time somebody went off track or spun or did something, I got no good laps. I went off track, dropped the tire a little bit, but caught one of the huge ruts that they had and bent the axle. And I don't have spare axles with me, so we're going home.
Luck, dude.
I'm happy to go home though, it's fine. I get a day off tomorrow now.
Yeah, after your long streak of drifting.
Yeah, it's just, I drift every day, so like it's fine to have a failure every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not ideal, but we still made it, turned some laps. Got some data to look over on the car now that we've got it dialed a little bit better, and maybe we'll show up for round 5. What's up? How are you? Car looks like it's working good.
Yeah,
That's
pretty good. It's obviously like very different.
It's tight. It looks really tight on side bite.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make it super grippy, but I don't have a front bar because the one that was on there like hits the subframe, so I don't have the rear bar on. And
so no bar then,
no
front
bars.
or rear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better than the only rear bar.
Yeah, that was my thing. I'm like, I'm definitely not running just rear.
So then those mornings you woke up and went, I'm gonna choose some violence today.
Yeah, exactly. I did choose violence today. I've been a bit of an asshole all day today. Sometimes it be like that though.
Did you hit second outer?
Yeah. Dude, I even knew I was going off, so I added as much angle as I could. It literally, as I was adding angle, I was like, okay, we're probably all right. I dipped off and it was like, bang! And I'm like, oh, we're done.
No, you're fast, dude.
Yeah, your shit's cooking, dude.
Yeah.
I am using I was chasing you using every single horsepower I had. I was floored and my motor was like just sitting at my torque dip. Like that was it. And it was like, I'd steer it, it would do the Corolla like, like I was all in. And you were still like deeper and had more angle.
Yeah, the car works. Works really good. Yeah. Sorry for the shittiest lead of the day.
I didn't get he's the only one that gave me a good lead.
Yeah. That's why I was giving you a warning. Like, I didn't do any leads and I was struggling.
I got one good chase.
Sorry about that.
It's alright.
Sorry about your axle, by the way.
It's alright. I have spares, I just didn't bring them.
Can I help get one over here or find one for you? Or?
I mean, I have one at the house, but. Dude, you know who has the fastest run up of anybody here? Fucking Miles in that fucking stock S550.
Really?
It's because he's in one gear and I think you can just floor it and there's like no wheels.
Like an automatic power glide.
And he doesn't even shift. I was like ready to go and I was going, I'm floored and I'm like, he's yanking me. What the hell?
What's up,
Garrett
pup?
wants me to drive his S197. We interrupt your scheduled program by bringing you a commercial. That's from me, not the idiots that run ads down here that I monetize to make a few dollars off of. Basically, I'm running a class in Oviedo, Florida that is all drifting encapsulated into a basically 5-hour class. We're gonna talk about tires and how they offer grip, tire pressure, style, size, diameter, width. We're gonna talk about suspension geometry, spring rates, shocks, dampening, sway bars, all sorts of different steering angle kits and whether you need them or you don't, and better understand them. We're also going to talk about diffs and drivetrains and power bands and all sorts of things to help you set up your car to be better, to enjoy it more, have a good time, and also maybe be more competitive and be able to win. So shoot an email to info@theschooloftdrift.com if you're interested, or check out my Instagram. It's got some information as well. But if you guys want to come, check it out. It'll definitely elevate your skills and give you something to think about moving forward with drifting. What a weekend. Went to Klutch Kickers, shuttle bus broke down. PCM fried, I think at this point. I ordered a spare one. Klutch Kickers was 2 days ago now from when we're shooting this. I'm not like a daily vlogger, sorry, I'm bad at that. Chelsea had to come get me with a truck.
Early.
Got to the track, like with 30 minutes left of practice. Had a great 4 laps of practice. No one else seemed to. Josiah gave me a good lead. All of my other chases were like people, Adam LZ spun out in front of me and sloppy all over the place. But people were flying off track left and right. Basically, I went off a little bit deep chasing Taylor Hall and caught one of the ditches like at lock trying to power out of it. His car just had a bit more side than mine did, or I was gaining speed on him at the time. We ended up going off and bending an axle, and I didn't bring my spare axles.
Idiot.
I upgraded to mid-90s Ford Taurus calipers. They have a bigger piston in them. With this larger piston, it goes all the way to the bottom of the pad, so it made a sizable difference. It's a little longer of a throw because the smaller master on my handbrake has to fill it, but it works much, much better. So underneath the car, not much has changed. We put some Type S LEDs on. We just did a really fast install because we had a night shoot. The exhaust has been modified like 100 times because we changed the turbo on it. We did change the lower arms so that the arm ball joint was pushed forward some so that we could go back to the center of these for adjustment. And oh, my new tie rod setup, that's new. Scotty D did a sick tie rod setup, so it's a Clevis now. Much stronger and easier to change. I have them preset in length, so if I bend a tie rod, you just pull these 2 bolts out, slide a new one on, good to go, no questions asked. I did end up changing the spring rates in the front because I still cannot run a front sway bar. Reason for not running a front sway bar, I haven't ran a front sway bar on this past testing because it had way too much side bite. I typically run a front bar on everything that I run, but because this car doesn't have a ton of power and it's super lightweight, it's real sensitive to the bar, and I went too big on the bar. So basically what happens is as I was adding angle to the car, like getting more and more angle, it would hook the rear up too much and cause me to basically drive into the turn or also lose angle. So it made the car almost, oddly enough, too twitchy, which is the opposite of what a stabilizer bar does. But the way I've built out the design of this was to maximize the grip and everything that we can do. So I have to run no bar, but because of that, I went up in spring rate quite a bit. Nothing else has been changed. And then another cool thing we have is we got the fiberglass hood fixed and fitted because the company sent it to me and it's absolute trash. And then also we got fiberglass trunk that has been fixed and repaired also. And then we have some fiberglass doors. So the theory is once we do all that, it'll basically delete the weight of me in the car. So it's gonna be a lot lighter. Like I said, the whole car is to be as light as possible so that we don't have to make a ton of power. I don't think we really changed anything else. I think that's pretty much about it in the car. I'll lose light here.
Yeah, this thing has great low light, so you're bright. Cool. All right, we're good.
Thanks, I feel like I'm intelligent from time to time. Oh my God. Are they coming down my street? Dude, I've never seen a cop down my street ever. Well, anyways, the reason why we didn't make Klutch Kickers happen is because we bent an axle, and we bent it between the C-clip eliminator and the face. So like this is cattywampus. And it was never gonna work, we couldn't make it work. It wouldn't have broken, but it was very high chance that something bad was gonna happen, like wheel get damaged, brake rotor snap off because it's sitting in the caliper, or whatever the case was. So we got that swapped out, we're back together and good to go on that end. The shuttle bus was a PCM failure. I sent it up to this place in Chattanooga, got a new PCM flash. They also like cleaned out the terminals and all the stuff for our tuner to go in and made it so it was sealed in there and nice. So it's been a little bit of an upgrade right there. So this thing fires up, runs, drives good now. Okay, so yeah, clamp batteries to our cables to the battery. And we'll give it shot number 2. It definitely has no lack of juice. Oh yeah, listen to the old 7.3 clack. Fired right up. That's a 7.3. Insane. So I don't know what's next for it, but the next place the FOXBODY goes for the day, we're hitching up, we're taking it, and we're going for it. So either way, shitty weekend, but overall I got a day of rest out of it and relaxation because like everything was broken and I couldn't fix anything. So it was kind of a nice change of pace. I got to see if my tractor would pull this thing, and it sure did. And you know, just normal life things. Not everything goes the way it's supposed to go. Later, guys.